Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's go through everything. First up, maintenance, normal time as usual this week. And ending with maintenance is the Final Fantasy XII King Mog, the Heinous Headhunters Challenge, and Dark Visions. So if you haven't run through those and gotten your stuff done, last chance before maintenance. This week is a tiny bit weird. It feels like we kind of got multiple weeks mashed together. We're getting a new Neovision base for Clash of Wills, and then we're getting two NVAs. The two NVAs we're getting are Barb and Rubicante, so the delayed NVAs, it's just kind of weird that they just kind of tossed them on this banner, but I'd rather have them now than wait till the series comes back. So logins for that, usual 30 shards for the NV base, 25 for the NVAs, and we're getting a Summer Olive for Clash of Wills. So we got the banner shop there. They're also doing a special step up for the anniversary. Essentially, we've seen this a couple of times. They've just kind of been rerunning it. You get guaranteed Neovisions, and the guaranteed at the end is just the premiums. So if you want premium units, not bad there, because the one on step 6 is premium only, essentially. And they show you the list there: Aerith, Tifa, Sephiroth, Yuna, Auron, Tyvis, Esther, Dark Reign, Fina, and Knights. So I guess the one not there would be Dark Fina. And new heroic quests, so this means more story. So Have's Boots, 35 attack and magic, and 500 attack and magic for him. And then it also gives him a cooldown that he can use once every 4 turns, consume limit to damage all enemies, give Mirage to the party, and boost damage against demons and insects. So don't know what the percentages there are, but for anybody that likes to use Have, definitely a good item, especially because he gets the 500 attack and magic from it. And Runda gets a new item as well, and this one has 2 versions, which we've seen these before. So base version, which we'll probably get first, and then we'll get a recipe to change it. So 1500 health, 40 defense and spirit, and then a cooldown to consume, limit, and boost damage of certain abilities. Don't know which abilities. And then the burst version, same stats, but 3 different cooldowns. And they all just have the same description, so I don't know which abilities are getting boosted there. And then Leftia gets her Jet Black Silk Ribbons, 100 mana, Magic Spirit, plus 60, and 200% mana, reduce mana used by 50%, and then Fire Boost. So 1 use every 10 turns, add fire, and boost fire for 1 ally for 2 turns. So I believe this is like 100% fire boost, which is very nice. So nice items coming there. And then the big news. So daily Fragment Dungeon is now going to be permanent. We can run through once per day, and it's going to be a random 1 to 3 shards per unit that you bring in. But it's going to be permanent, so that's going to help out a lot. So we get new vision cards with the units. So first up is the one from Olive. So she's not premium, so we get one at EX1 and 3. Maxed out, 125 magic, 50% mana and magic, 50% killer for birds and aquatic. And then Brave Exvius only units will get Beast and Machine Killer by 50% and 300 flat magic. So nice amount of killers on that overall, actually. And then we're doing another set card, the live stream for the anniversary. They showed us the artwork for this. And we're doing the step up with the ticket at the end to pick this card. So 115 attack and magic, 50% attack and magic, 100% bird and machine killer. So that's actually really nice to have 100% killer there for anybody. Plus it's attack and magic base card. And then Brave Exvius only units get LB boost at the beginning of battle. So I'm really wondering exactly what that effect is. But that sounds quite fun to play around with. And as part of the War of the Visions collab, we're getting a free card. So maxed out, 1,000 health, 100 attack, defense, and magic. 40% health, defense, attack, and magic. And then Brave Exvius or War of the Visions units will get 150 attack, magic, and defense. Overall, for a free card, this is actually pretty nice. And that's all we have for the new cards for the week. So story continues. We've already figured that out from the heroic quest. There's nothing really there. It's just more story. And then for the War of the Visions, we're getting the Creeping Malice. So this is going to be a daily dungeon that we can clear for rewards, and they're doing milestones. So the total number of daily clears in both Brave Exvius and War of the Visions we'll get a total set of rewards based on how many clears. So that's kind of nice. And then there's going to be an EXT, like hard version one-shot trial, mystery crystal and everything there. And it's going to be against the Mind Flayer of Obscure. And Demon and Aquatic type, weak to lightning. Reduces status ailments and then inflicts those ailments, it looks like. And also says it inflicts Berserk at the beginning of the battle, which is going to be fun. And an item that we can get is the Amulet, 40 defense spirit, water, ice, dark resist by 35, confusion and paralyze, nullification, and then it will activate regen and tentacle countervail. So regen is standard regen. We have many items with that. And the other effect is going to be a 10% damage reduction by demons and aquatic. So type mitigation is quite nice. Ticket, lapis, mystery crystal for the other stuff. So we should be able to have some fun with that event. We're also getting Item World for War of the Visions. So pretty much all the War of the Vision weapons are going to have a special boost, and then Excalibur is going to get a recipe to upgrade. So at the upgraded version, 190 attack, 152 magic, 50% unlimited damage. Not bad for a one-handed sword. And then we can see all the different boosts for the War of the Vision weapons, which honestly, it's worth running at least one copy of the weapons through just to get the uniques, because this is limited. And we have our Clash of Wills. So Aquatic Avian type. Uses earth and water magic, physical attacks that ignore cover and provoke, so that's going to be fun to play around with. It also mirages itself. Buffs when health falls below 50, that's kind of normal threshold stuff. Counters if not dealt fire, lightning, or light damage, which are the elements for the event. So that's pretty standard for Clash of Wills at this point. The worrisome one, though, is counters if we break attack or magic. So depending on what that counter is and how much this thing hurts before breaks, could be an annoying fight. And then the extra morale boost is going to be for boosting elemental resistance for this one. And we're still in the same season, so there's nothing really new under there. And we can take a look at the banner. So we get Neovision Base, Beach Blaster Olive, which sprite's not bad. And then we finally get the NVAs for Barb and Rubicante. Very happy about that. And then they put Aloha Laswell. Which, honestly, if they were going to do that, they really should have given Laswell some boost. There's no boost listed for him anywhere that I can find. He is part of the War of the Visions collab. But to throw him on the banner as a raid up without giving him any boosts when that unit is kind of old just doesn't seem right. It's about my only complaint about the news this week. So as we can see, normal cards step up. And then to pity, we'll have to run through the other step up twice to get the other 4 tickets. So Olive herself, she is a Clash of Wills Super Limit Burst unit. So this is the first global exclusive or global made unit that is a Super Limit Burst unit. So going to be kind of interesting there. All these Super Limit Burst units we've seen so far have come from JP. So Alim has actually designed them all. And a lot of the complaints about Super Limit Burst units is a pretty bare bone kit. They have like nothing in the kit and it's all focused around their Limit Burst overall. It looks like Olive is not going to be the same. They also released a video with a couple of bullet points on her kit, and they noted she has 4 killers. They didn't say if it was party or self only. She's got 3 different elements that she can imbue and boost herself with, and she's got 5 times cast. So units with 5 times cast have pretty much been like Regina. So you cast 4 abilities to power up the 1 finisher, essentially. So her kit looks like it's not going to be anywhere near what we're used to for Super Limit Burst units, which is nice. Still, we got to wait for the data mine to actually see what they do with her. And she is a mage unit. We already looked at the card. So her super is a 2-handed magic gun, which I'm really happy to see. So for her herself, she'll get 750 flat magic from it. That's for Olive only. But anybody else that's using this will get 150 equipment magic, which is going to help quite a bit. And then also Beast and Machine Killer by 50%. So I'd say that super is very nice. And then, like we've seen with a couple of the other units, her regular trust lets units equip guns, boost magic by 60%, and 50% limit damage. So that is a nice materia to force guns on a unit that normally doesn't use guns, but not really waste a materia slot, just letting them equip guns. See, this weaponry should be their EX2, because it fills the limit, but it also will fill morale gauge at the beginning of battle. So it's just a one-shot fill, but if it's a high enough number, that's pretty nice. And then we have her one ability that's listed as a killer. So boost bird and aquatic damage, reduce damage by those types, and boost damage of certain abilities for caster, and fill morale gauge. So it looks like her killers are going to all be self-only. And then she gets a cooldown to add fire, boost fire, and fill morale gauge. So again, her kit's going to be interesting. The notes, from what I've seen, make it look like she's definitely not going to have a bare bone kit, which is nice, even though she is a super limit burst unit. There was also notes that she's going to have at least one Magnus where her limit and super limit will refill it. So overall, she should be a pretty fun and strong unit. And then we have Rubicante. So he's getting a global upgrade. And they're upgrading his regular trust. So that's going up to 18 defense, 40 magic, 30% magic and spirit, and 20 on the fire and ice resist. And the super that they're giving him is a materia, 30% fire resist, 80% magic when using a robe. Not bad for us, 4-star base. So his shift is going to be 4 turns. So essentially, he gets locked into it for 4 turns at least. Usual boost there. And then for Barb, she's getting some boost as well, which is very nice. So her super is getting boosted. It looks like they should be adding the tornado modifiers. On JP, her big thing was having a materia for the super that gave 100x modifier to a tornado. Now they don't tell us the exact percentages, but it does look like they should be boosting the modifiers for tornado on her items. So 20% health mana, 50 magic is standard with the 50 resist. And then getting 15% evasion and human killer by 50%. And another 40% magic. So that's one of the boosts that she's getting, and then boost damage of certain abilities. So we'll have to see exactly what modifiers they decided to go with. Her regular trust is getting upgraded as well. So they're adding 40% magic to it. It's already 30% health with the killers on it. And they're also boosting damage of certain abilities. I'm assuming this is going to be Tornado. Her whole deal was pretty much focused around Tornado. And they also are noting that they're upgrading her Magnus. So we'll have to see what the numbers are when we get the data mine and everything, unfortunately. But we can take a look at the JP side to get a basic idea. They're obviously not going to be the same units, especially because on JP they had them reversed where Barb was the 4-star base and not the 5-star base. So this Magnus up top should be what's getting boosted for her, which it lists as a 50% wind boost, 280 magic, 200 limit damage, and fill limit. So we'll have to see if they give her a bigger boost or if they're just upgrading the magic or something. She gets a cooldown. Increase modify 100x for 3 turns for all magics for her limit only. Quadcast innate is very nice, and she gets magic store that caps out at 300. Also very nice. So double hand focused passives. So a lot of this should carry over. Reaper and Human Killer. And then her base limit doesn't change all that much actually from the 7-star listed, so probably won't see much of a change on ours either. And then for her shift, I expect most of this to be copy paste. So some elemental buffs, she gets a 80% break, gets the modifier, the store. 130 wind buff for everybody, mitigate damage for 50% and 2 mirage stacks. And then her limit, decrease wind and light by 135, 85 defense spirit break, wind magic 130 to all, and increase modifier 200. And that looks like tornado. So it looks like a 200x modifier for tornado. Either way, I'm looking forward to playing around with her. Used her a lot in the past before she got super power crept. And the other one we can take a look at is Rubicante, which on the JP side was their 5-star base. He was our 4. So NV, they gave him store, fire boost on the cooldown, 100x modifier to his limit, and triple cast. And looks like they made him dual wheel focus. Although they didn't tie the chain cap to being dual wield. So that's always nice on the dual wield units. Means we can force them into a double hand without having to worry about that. And it looks like his limit burst and the base form didn't really change much. And then for his shift, he gets quad cast, still has the store in his cooldown, has triple cast as well. And it looks like he can heal enemies to boost himself a little bit and unlock triple black. And his shifted limit burst, 135 fire down, boost his limit damage 200%, and just a 130 fire hit, 8 total. So depending on what kind of boost we get on the global side, we'll have to see how strong the units are. Because in the past, even when they've said units are getting boosted for global, they haven't actually listed all the boosts that they're doing on global. So that's pretty much the news that we have for the week. Quite a bit to look forward to. We'll have to see what they're doing with next week, because it looks like the War of the Visions collab won't be giving us any new units unless they're going to toss some at us next week. We'll have to see. Overall, I'm going to be pulling for Olive. I like Olive. I want the gun, and I'm quite interested in the unit. So I'll be pulling for her this week. Anybody else that decides to pull, good luck to you. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.